Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another video. In this video guys, I'm just back to give you guys some update on who Halle's new man is and what he has done in his life, his career, what he's doing, what he has achieved, and all of that jazz. Now, before I get into this video, let me preface by saying, because I notice that when it comes to this discussion of Halle Bailey and DDG, I realize that it's a man versus woman discussion. And when men see these discussions, mostly men, and because I'm a female, they automatically think I'm saying, oh, DDG should not see the child, and DDG is a horrible father, and DDG is the devil. Absolutely not. I do not promote that on my channel, but what I'm going to say is that DDG is a gaslighting narcissist who will continue to ride on Halle's skirt tail for clout, fame, and attention. DDG was doing good before Halle, but since Halle, he has garnered a lot of success, a lot more than he could ever imagine overnight. And as such, he's going to consistently ride on her skirt tail as long as he can. And he's going to consistently use baby Halo as an excuse. He has made a few moves that I have predicted, and this is why people have been riding with me each time I do a content on this, because so far what I've predicted that DDG was going to do, he has already done it. And people came back and said, yes, you've been right. You've proven yourself to be right. Now, in one of the latest videos that I did, I spoke about Halle hard launching her relationship with her new boo. And I also did the last video wherein I shared DDG reacting to Halle hard launching her relationship with her new boo. Few men came across and they said that I was lying on DDG. It can't be that I'm lying on DDG. The Shade Room is lying on DDG. The other blog post on Insta lying on DDG. It can't be that the entire internet is lying on DDG, because what happens is that the internet is evolving, and while sometimes social media can be toxic, what we observe is that after the images of Halle and her new boo was posted, DDG immediately reacted to it because he loves the drama. He loves the toxic mess. And if he did not react in the manner in which he reacted, then no one would say he's seeking clout off of her. Make no mistakes, DDG can post whatever he wants to post on the internet at any time, but it's not what he posted. It's when he posted it and the specific timing of what he posted. And that was a clear indication of him using Halle for clout, using subliminal post as a clout of the child of his the mother of his child. And if DDG wants peace, he would be lobbying for peace. He would ensure that he would go into therapy, get some therapy. Both him and Halle, I think Halle is in therapy. I can see it. And the reason why I can see it is because if you understand therapy and if you've been through therapy for anything, when another individual is going through therapy, you can actually see them taking steps to make peace if they were ever at fault in anything. Now, one major step that Halle made, which many people have missed, and I don't know how it is that many people miss this, is that even though the court had granted Halle sole temporary custody of Halo, after she was granted that status, she reached out to her attorney, having her attorney reached out to DDG's attorney and let DDG's attorney know to let DDG know that even though I have sole temporary custody, we can still make some arrangements for you to see Halo because I know you genuinely love your son and would like to see him. DDG did not respond with his attorney. His response was filing a restraining order, and he went to the court and he basically said that Halle abused him as well. Now, it is his right to do so whenever he feels like doing so, but the thing is that he went to court to ask for something that Halle was already given to him. So I just want people to know that Halle was seeking peace through it all, but because he wanted to do a major clapback, he decided that he was not going to take the low road. He allowed the people on the internet to boost him up. He allowed the men, the egotistic men, to boost him up. And he doesn't realize that that's not healthy for him. It's not healthy for Halo. It's not healthy for Halle. Do you know how they say when you truly love someone, you let them go? And if they were meant for you, they'll return to you. He doesn't even have that kindness towards a girl at this point in time. He gives immature, consistent tantrum state. DDG displays the behavior of his mom never telling him no. Make no mistakes, I'm not saying that is quite the case, but I'm saying that's the behavior that he has displayed and consistently displaying like a spoiled child. So as such, I don't see him, lobbying for peace or even trying to be peaceful with this girl anytime soon, because Halle brings him good clout and tremendous success. So too does Halo. Now, we're going to get to who Halle's with, but I want to prove something to you guys. When I say to you guys that I haven't been lying, because I live in a culture where men are like Halo, are like DDG. Right? Most of the men from my culture, they're horrible fathers. And I say it without an apology because it is factual. Statistics doesn't lie. Most Jamaican men are horrible fathers, and most of them are deadbeat dad. And whenever they can't have access to the mom, they have that behavior like DDG. So that's how I was able to predict all of DDG's next move, because Jamaican men are not good with taking care of the kids and leaving the mom of the kids alone. We've seen Tristan Thompson displaying similar behavior as another example. So you guys know I'm not lying. I'm absolutely kid you not. Now, let's get into who is Halle with? Who is she dating? Because I did some checks for you guys, because when she came out with that mysterious guy yesterday, many people said she called in Backgrid, she called in TMZ and all of that jazz. Now, I must say that if Halle did that, I would have done the same too, because she's at a place in her life wherein she wants to be left alone by DDG. And I believe that DDG has done something behind the scenes to trigger that behavior or that response from Halle to say, I've moved on. I want to keep sailing. The only common denominator between you and I is the child that we have together, and the court is working that out. So when it comes to my personal life, I want you to respect my space. If it doesn't have anything to do with a child, there's nothing else between us. I believe that was Halle's message yesterday. And I believe that Halle wants the world to know I'm healing, I'm at peace, and I have moved on gracefully. That's what I believe. And she definitely deserves to move on gracefully and peacefully. Now, the guy who she's with, he is a producer. He's called Scott Bridgeway. His real name is Rashawn, Rachaun Akers Jr. He's a producer who has worked with Kendrick Lamar. He co-produced several tracks on Kendrick Lamar's 2024 album, GNX, including Squabble Up, Peekaboo, and Luther. He has also worked with other artists like Baby Keem, Kanye West, and quite a few others. He has also worked with Kendrick Lamar on a few other projects. Now, his most successful production include Range Brothers by Baby Keem with Kendrick Lamar, as well as Vent, and Trademark USA by Baby Keem. So already this guy has quite an achievement at a very early age for a producer, which means that he's really good at what he does. However, as it relates to his net worth, I was trying to look up his net worth. Even though, when you search these things on the internet, they're never quite correct. But the internet, every resource that I used, I could not get a net worth from the resources. But anywho, I know a few producers, and one of them has given me a figure of $10.1 million. They said that he's worth about $10.1 million, somewhere there. Don't quote me on that because I don't know how factual that is. That is just me using my little connection here to reach out to another producer who reached out to another producer just to get a roundable figure, okay? So don't quote me on that. I'm asking you guys kindly. Thanks in advance. Now, that's all the tea I have to bring to you guys for this video, okay? I'm specific because I have a lot more tea to share with you guys, and I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on this DDG and Halle situation because I would hope that DDG goes to therapy, gets the help that he needs. Now he's saying that he's going to get a egg donor, he's going to get a surrogate, and he's going to have a baby that no one has any say or control over. So DDG wants control. He doesn't want duality. Just imagine that. You as a young man, you want to have a child, but you want to have complete control. You don't want to have duality, which means that you're a narcissist. It means you're a control freak, and it means that you don't believe in respecting others, respecting their wishes, and most above all, you don't respect boundaries. Because if you're going to have a child independently, just to bypass having communication with a mom, just to bypass someone telling you no, it means that he doesn't like to hear the word no. He doesn't believe in equality nor duality. And people like those, if they don't detect the problem that they have and get the early help that they need, DDG can become a very, very, very dangerous individual to himself and to society. I'm not praying for it, but if he doesn't nip that in the bud really quick, it can be truly dangerous to him, and we may see him going down the path of a Chris Brown or a Trey Songz. God forbid. God forbid. I wouldn't want that for anyone. He's young. He's bright. There's good in him. I do see a lot of good in him. Do you know how we all have the same personalities, but it's just that we choose to live some and suppress some? We're all capable of the same things. We see someone out there being a serial killer, and we think that could never be me. It's just that we were not placed in the conditions, the environment, the experience, or our mental health is not twisted in that way. But you trust and believe. We all have the same abilities and the same qualities, but it's just that we have chosen to be the best version of ourselves, and that dark, evil, twisted part of us, many of us choose not to tap into it. unless needs be. But anywho, that's all I have to share with you guys. Let me know what's your take. And while you're at it, give this video some love. Give me some sugar like I'm your neighbor. It means thumbs up this video. Leave a comment below. If these are your type of videos, leave a comment below, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. You're going to share with a friend so that you can have a buddy down in the comment section, okay? Y'all can go off in the comment section together. Now, I want you guys to stay blessed, love up on yourselves, forgive yourselves, remember to connect with the outside world as much as you can, because social media is just smoke screen and mirrors. The outside is really where the truth is. Connect with your environment, connect with those in your environment that you can connect and get along with, okay? Stay safe, stay blessed, peace.